Hey everyone, Amy from Communicate Excellence. I know today starts in a very interesting time when so many are having to have their kids at home as we have this social distancing. I was talking with my sister today as she now has 4 kids back at home, and she called me saying, "Could you give me some homeschooling advice?" See, I homeschooled my kids for a number of years before I returned back to work, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I wanted to give you some of those tips as well as you have your kids at home. So let's talk about that. A few short ideas as you're wondering, oh my goodness, how am I actually going to fill this time? So what in the world can I do all day? Well, there's lots of things you can do. I would recommend you set a schedule, set some planning time so that you have a structure that everybody knows what they're looking forward to. And just remember, as Benjamin Franklin said, tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, but involve me and I learn. That was one of my teaching styles, is trying to make things applicable into their everyday life. Let me show you. Daily pages. This is something that when I had my 3 kids as I was homeschooling, their requirement is every day you have to complete a daily page. Use a white sheet of paper. Use lined sheet of paper. Use gridded paper. I want you to either draw something, use stickers, write a list, write a story, dictate a story to me and I'll type it in, but then gather everybody up with their daily pages and explain why that was their page for the day. Ended up then collecting them in a notebook, gave it to them when they were grown and adults, and it was so fun to either read the stories or look at their penmanship. Something that is creative. Some who love baseball may list the stats of a baseball player. Someone else may want to list flowers. Someone else may want to do a grocery list. Whatever it is, it does not matter. Simply set aside the time so that they have to create. Then read together. Do it at breakfast. Do it at lunch. Do it with a dictionary. So one of the things that I would do is, as we would sit around reading, a lot of times the kids were eating breakfast or having lunch and I was reading aloud to them. We would then move to the couch and either one person a day, or as we got a new word, I would have a word that we didn't know as we read and said, "Oh, Jesse, look that up. David, look that up. Cody, look that up." And then I would write that word in the back of the book we were reading and the definition so we could learn it. It's how we learn things about a lugubrious howl, and then it's a moaning howl. It's an amazing way to expand your vocabulary as you're reading to them and exploring. Now you'll notice on this slide, I've actually put a link. I've put an Amazon list out there that are of some of the books that we absolutely loved, and I'll continue to add to it. Every one of these books we actually read out loud, so I can attest to the way that we either love them or cherish them. Again, I'll even put that in the messaging below this video as well, so you don't have to try to write that down so quickly. But read together. Quiet time. 1 hour a day. I did this more out of maybe starting from survival for me. It started when the kids used to nap when they were little. And then as they outgrew their naps, I still said, the first hour after lunch, feet off the floor time. 1 hour a day. I didn't care if they read, but it's no electronics, feet off the floor, and you must have your stack of books with you if that's what you're going to do. When they were younger, it was feet off the floor in each of their individual rooms. As they got older, they could sit on the various couches or chairs in the same room and they were not disturbing each other. But at minimum, 1 hour, feet off the floor, quiet time. And I bet you're going to need it as well, and you will look forward to it. So give them that gift of entertaining themselves and give yourself a break. Next, play. Play together. Get outside and play. Discover a new game or two. Again, another list that I will put on Amazon List, and I'll put it in the notes below, of some games that we enjoyed playing. But get outside and play. We're getting on to springtime. It'll do everybody some good. Here's an idea. Map your street. Go on a walk, and as you do, have the kids count the houses on the right side and on the left side. Does the street curve? Does it go straight? What's the street name? What's the next street name? So begin by mapping your street, and then mapping the next one, and maybe even the whole neighborhood. That's a fun way to do. Another thing you can do is maybe watch the shadows at the different times of day. Read and count the signs. What types of signs are in your neighborhood or on your outings that you may be able to take? And then, how about this? Have you ever had the kids notice what the house numbering system is like? Go up and down various streets. Have them notice that even are on one side, odd on another. So go map your street, explore your neighborhood. They may even learn something new about how to find directions. And then here's another fun one. Go in your newspaper every day into the weather section. Log the sunrise, sunset, daily weather. Have them begin to notice that the sunrise and sunset is not the same time every day. Notice the weather. It also helps them find within the newspaper or whatever other reference source you want to have as they begin to log it and notice the patterns and trends that are going to be happening over the next several weeks and months. Or how about this? Explore and discuss things. Notice the new birds that are coming back after the winter time. Look them up. If you have an Audubon guide, look that up. Find spiders, find birds, find insects, find other things. Explore them. Look them up. Help them maybe find a new passion and love for something. Another thing you can explore is as you get your newspaper and you can open up the inside cover and you can turn the page back if you're concerned about the front page news and explore this day in history. It's a fun way to learn about what was going on at different, not only decades, but even different centuries. Another one, observe. Observe and maybe make some charts. Think of this. When you are counting those houses, when you mapped it, count how many houses are blue, how many are white. Maybe you want to plot them. Or now is a great time. Plants are going to be coming out. You may want to take those daffodils and start counting the height of them on every Monday. Or notice different things. Maybe you want to go out on Tuesday at noon and measure the length of the shadow every Tuesday and notice how it may change. Or notice how it may change at every hour of one day. Different things, and then you can bring in this plotting and charting at the same time. Next, learn life skills. This is an opportune time for everybody to chip in. When I would typically do this, I would do it either over spring break, add a new skill, summertime, or Christmas break, we would add a new skill. But everybody can help out, such as laundry sorting. Even the youngest kids, when someone else brings the basket down, can sort whites from darks. As they get older, they can refine that to maybe special items, and then they can do their own laundry with assistance, or as they get a little older, on their own, and fold their clothes and learn about organizing. How about meal planning? I know my sister was saying, oh my goodness, now I've got to cook every single meal. Well, have either one child a week or everyone on a certain day. They plan, what are we having for lunch today? When they start participating, they start cooperating in there. One of the other things that we did as the kids got older was they had even a weekly budget that they had to sit in and then plan out what meals we were going to have. So if Jesse wanted to make spinach Alfredo at the end of the week that was a little bit more expensive, he had to learn how to do a more moderate meal at the beginning of the week. And that was not only planning, it was handwriting, list making, buying, and math. And then he actually helped to prepare that meal as well. So take this opportunity for cooperation with everyone. And all of these things have an organizing component. Maybe a great time to start organizing a closet together as a team, or the toys, are they the right ones, or Legos or blocks, whatever the case may be. Finally, I want to give thanks to this template. It was from Slides Go. But if you should have any questions and you want to reach out to me for other mentoring tips or otherwise, you can reach me at info@communicateexcellence.com. And I wish the best to you as you have this time with your kids. Please feel free to pass along this link to those that may benefit. Have a great day. Goodbye.